Ramble. Thank you to BetterHelp, Chime, and Hatch for sponsoring this episode.
And wait, Zach, you know what you never got to? Your kink.
Oh my gosh.
This is huge. I think this is a good
Are we
place
rolling?
to start.
Oh, we're rolling.
Okay.
I think this is a great place to start. I discovered a new kink. And I need to, again, be careful when I say that, especially when I make eye contact with people.
So you were just sort of discovering your body and...
No, not what happened. And I'm glad we're starting here because I genuinely don't know if this can stay in the episode. Like, I don't know if this is kink shaming.
Well,
or
no
if
matter
it's
what you say, we'll repeat it a bunch of times. So it can't be cut out integrally.
Okay. It's really exciting to me because it's very rare that something just enters your life unexpectedly and you go like, oh, wow, I'm tickled.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I need to read a tweet.
I'm just so curious about what this is.
So I'm going through my
Do you have
Twitter.
any guesses?
Can I guess?
Go, I would love.
Obviously, here's the things it's not, because they're common.
Yeah.
Feet, nipple play,
Fucking sucking.
fucking sucking, 69ing.
Well, why don't we start with Miles? What's your kink?
Oh, there's too many to count.
The idea of a kink is what? It's like you are specifically into a thing that's like...
It's like not common. It's very it's specific. I
Like
think
you like something that a lot of people don't really associate with sexuality.
exactly. It's very specific.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Are you brainstorming what yours are?
What would your before you get into this new one you discovered? Would you say what? You're sort of a vanilla guy in the bedroom. Rainie stuffing poke into her mouth, by the way.
Well, you can't ask me.
Rainie just no. Well, obviously we're not going to ask Rainie, but just the thought of me asking that to Zach whilst Rainie is shoving poke, there's something about it that's like, am I dreaming?
You're wearing your candid competition
Yeah,
down
like
under
it's
hat.
all off. Everything is like one degree in the wrong direction.
Yeah, no, we're in dangerous territory.
Sorry. So what were your
Well,
what is it?
I'm not aware of that many kinks.
Wow. Not a worldly man, are you, Zach? I would say I'm probably aware of all of them.
I learned a couple years ago about the balloon people.
That are into what? Balloons?
Balloons.
Oh, like when they pop?
I think all of it.
When they pop, they pop. When I
just
pop,
got
you
it. That
pop,
took a
she
second.
pops.
When I pop, you pop. Just like that.
So,
No, I think it's like the sound of the...
yeah,
Oh.
Sure.
And people like balloons.
Yeah, okay.
It was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know people accused us of being in diapers. Wasn't a kink, just comedy.
Sure. Yeah. Not beating the kink allegations.
So, do you have any more guesses, or shall I?
No, I think I want you to get. I want you to tell me.
So I was on Twitter. I opened up that old hellhole app, and I looked into my mentions because I liked self-aggrandizing. I like feeling good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so
People canceling you. You're like, this is awesome.
yeah, I'm like, this
I am
is sick.
perceived.
And so Taylor, thank you. I'm gonna shout you out. She was watching the new episode of Canon Competition, and she was confused, as were many, because if you haven't watched Canon Competition, first of all, Miles is electric in it.
Oh, thank you, Zach.
His star turn. I did piercings, and I got my septum pierced, which was painful and crazy. And so I had my septum, but we filmed stuff out of order, which I realized.
Completely.
Yeah.
In the edit, I was like,
I definitely, I was
it's
like,
really
oh.
funny though.
I mean, like us, the breakups episode, which was the third episode, us going to IHOP was the first thing we filmed.
Yes, right.
But people, like, I think just assume that things aren't edited. They assume
it happened the day that you put it out.
that it filmed linearly the day it happened or
Yeah.
the day before. But no, we filmed all out of order. So I got my septum pierced like a month after we finished filming everything else. Then we filmed a bunch of other stuff. But as a result, the video, it's like my septum's in, then it's out, then it's in, then it's out.
Yeah.
And so she was confused. She was like, did he keep it in? Did he?
Oh my God.
So she was.
I got it. I got it.
You know it.
I know the king.
I'm very happy for you.
Name that kink. Who's that kinky man? Sorry. Okay.
So she Googled to try and figure out, did Zach keep the septum ring? She didn't find that out. But what she did find out is a screenshot that she sent me from sneezefetishforum.com. And
Whoa.
Kaylin is nodding knowingly.
Kaylin is really aggressively nodding.
I was
Still
so
nodding.
so fucking surprised and delighted to find out that sneeze kink is a thing.
And they scoped you out specifically for
This
that
is
video?
a post, and it was they were watching the new Try Guys Candy competition. Was surprised to see Zach actually go through with getting the septum piercing, knowing that piercings can sometimes cause people to sneeze. I was curious.
Well, you did sneeze also on air. You said 1 second I have to sneeze when they put in the septum.
Well, and then the septum like made me sneeze like 8 times.
I thought you were
in
never
a
going
row.
to I was like, what if he just never stopped sneezing?
So apparently that's a thing that happens when you get your septum pierced. Like
Yeah.
you are known to sneeze. So this person was like, "Oh shit, this about to get good."
So, sorry. And are they excited for you to sneeze, or are they excited to watch someone sneeze
They are turned on
by
the
sneezes?
By someone else sneezing.
All
To
of
me,
it.
I get being like, I want to sneeze. It's sort of a release for the body. But I guess I'm not getting. I guess this just shows I don't have this kink.
Yeah, because I remember when I was in like middle school and it was like, okay, well, what does an orgasm feel like? It's like you think about sneezing. Somebody told me that.
I
Can
guess
neither confirm nor deny. I was.
you've never had one.
I want you to picture me in. I was laying in bed. It was before I went to bed.
my
So maybe
God,
don't picture
Zach.
that. Don't picture that. I take it back. Picture me in my home being normal,
My home gym.
fully clothed, working out.
Picture you greased up working out.
No exercise equipment at all. Picture me standing over the stove, cooking a lovely meal.
Yes, chef.
And I find out that something as innocuous as sneezing is helping someone get off.
So you think that a few people maybe watched?
I feel like $1 million.
You feel like by sneezing so much in that video, you sort of helped people get off.
Real quick temp check. How are we feeling about keeping this in?
At this point, we have no choice but to keep it in. We'll just
think it's
bleep,
good.
just one long bleep.
I don't know if it's shaming, but I did a little digging on the forum.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I did a little digging.
Don't have time to do dishes, but you do have time to browse sneezekinks.com.
My house is in disarray.
Your Christmas tree is still up.
It is, by the way, and I think that that's right.
Yeah.
I think I'm right for that. I did a little digging, and there's, this is a diaspora of people. There's not.
What do you mean by diaspora?
There's quite a few categories.
There's a range here. There's not just one sneeze fits all.
Oh, sure. So different types of people, different
strokes
sneezes for different folks.
yokes. So some people, there was a question,
Yeah.
and it said, "What kind of sneezes do you like? Do you like?" And I quote,
Oh my God.
"When people blow chunks."
The world is a tapestry.
It's beautiful.
It really is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Because I don't particularly subscribe to the sneezes. Don't get me off.
No.
But here's
But
yeah.
I think that it's a more interesting world that some people do.
Now,
And don't leave pleasure on the table, to quote Kelsey Dara.
By the way, great.
say that quote
Did Kelsey
again?
say that, or was she quoting somebody? Because it's really genius. Don't leave pleasure on the
I don't
table.
know. I can't.
I like
can't-
it.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So one more. I dug deeper.
Oh my God, Zach. How deep
Whoa.
did you?
Well, I went to the main page and I just looked at all the topics.
And what were some of the
It
other
feels like
ones?
you clicked on a few videos.
How many hours were you
by
on
the-
Reddit?
By the way, I did click on one of the videos and you had to sign in, and I'm like, no, this is where the rabbit hole.
it was 18 plus?
I don't know if it was 18 plus, but it's like you had to be a member. I'm like, no.
Definitely it was like an age-gated thing.
We're in too deep. But there are people who enjoy looking at sneezes. There are people who enjoy being the sneezy. And so
If only the lock could meet the key.
and so there are things that
my
you
God.
can purchase, that you can procure, that help the sneeze come out
Like pepper
like pepper.
or a feather.
And so people now are using this forum to find each other, to figure out, how do I talk to my partner about this?
Did you meet somebody on Sninder?
You want to come over and make me sneeze? Do not cut that out of context.
All right. Well,
And that's the edit mark for Rainie Too Many is marking, okay, from here on out, that's safe for the edit. Is that, by the way, that's your Stanley?
Yeah, can we talk about the Stanley?
Well,
I think we
guess
have to.
I feel like you're sort of.
Oh wait, I held it the wrong. Oh no, I held it the right way.
I feel like you're sort of jumping on the train.
Right as the train is exploding
Yeah.
into a million pieces.
The Stanley's all the rage. I guess
No, it kind of
was the
like 3
rage.
months ago.
I don't
That's
get
what
it.
you love about Zach. He'll hop on the trend. He'll hop on the trend. Ryzen is just fizzling out, burning out. He'll jump on the coals.
I know that people are mad about Stanley because they're like, there's lead in some of them or something.
Is that true?
I think
knows?
it's technically true, but my very preliminary research, it's like you're fine. Don't worry about it. And
Yeah.
lead tests are like can be wrong.
What do you
it's more
think
likely
about
to-
your Stanley?
I love my Stanley.
I don't get it.
It's
What?
because do people love it because it's a cup?
It's a cup. It gives me water, which is my lifeblood.
Okay, but so does the faucet, and people aren't running.
Well, the faucet is step one. It goes faucet, Stanley on my mouth.
I was about to say the faucet makes the water.
Here's my problem with this Stanley. You ready for this? Spills.
I mean, I just think it's like it's a ton of water and fits in the cup holder and is like really aesthetic.
To me, the cup holder part, I do get that.
Yeah.
Because people are like, I get a water bottle, it's not fitting in the cup holder.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that entirely. I think that the straw portion, that's why I've got the what's the what
Owala.
I've got the Owala, and I really like that as a water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of my new daily driver. The Stanley, I think what really gets you there is that handle. That handle.
Ah,
Yeah, I like
I do like
Being
the
able
handy.
to cup your little fingers in there. Whoop, that's nice. And so I
Yeah.
get it. But the idea is people are also like robbing Starbuckses to get
Right.
crazy Stanleys. I don't get that.
Tell me what you would do here. Maggie was at her hairdresser.
Yeah.
There was a pink Stanley with a little cute kawaii octopus straw topper.
Cute.
And the hairdresser was like, "Hey, this has been here for a week. I asked everybody. No one's claiming it. I can't drink it because if she comes back, then she's gonna
Yeah.
know. Do you want it?
Yeah.
What do you do? Use
Yeah.
water
I
bottle.
say yeah.
Yeah.
I say yeah, of course.
Yeah, why not?
Use water bottle. Who cares?
Yeah,
Put it in the
we
dishwasher,
wash it out.
desanitize.
Yeah, we washed it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
pretty.
guys
I'm,
are stealing. No, it's a victimless crime. It's been there for, well, I guess a week's not that long.
She calls it like a takes. I made up a week. I don't know. She said it's been here for weeks.
Oh, there you go.
whatever. But
How
this
much is
hairdresser
this?
was like, I don't want it.
How much is a Stanley?
Like $35.
Is that a lot? I don't think that's fine.
Nope. Sorry, $55.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money for a water bottle. And
Can
by
I-
the way, it's not, that's how they get you. It's not really a bottle.
Can I bone a pick?
Of course.
Pick my bones, Zach.
I'm gonna bone your pick. Tote bags. Enough.
Whoa.
And now let me elaborate. Love a tote. Got a tote. Now you go to restaurants and they say, "Oh, for our takeout, we don't do plastic bags. We give totes." Too many totes.
Wait,
I am not going to that kind of
we're
restaurant.
going to different restaurants. Okay, Mr. All right.
They
no,
give
okay.
you a faux fabric bag as
Let's
a little
go.
thank you
I've
for
been
the
to, like,
Yobo
When you're going
experience.
to, when your butler picks up your food from the nicest restaurant and they give you a full freezy bag,
It was like
what
it's like
restaurant
not
are they
like a
giving you a
full
tote?
tote. It was a cheaper. It's like not a full tote. It's like a half. I don't know. It was like
Nobu? What is giving you a tote?
yeah, you don't do Nobu to go on the reg.
To go, a steak rare.
I do. And I just like now I have like I have so many totes.
I'll say-
I don't know what to do with, and this is not better for the environment. You're supposed to have 2 totes.
No, the tote thing, I have like there's too many totes in my house, and I've had enough of them.
Real quick around the room, how many totes do you own?
Like 2 or 3. I'm not getting them for free.
Caitlin's jaw dropped. How many? You own more. Do you have over 10?
I have definitely over 10, but
Of course.
it's most of them is concert merch.
Okay, I fuck with that. I'm on board.
Here's what I have. WGBH from when I worked at Boston Public Radio.
Cool.
This one that I got for free when I ran the Boston Marathon. And this Baja Fresh one from Keith.
Well, here's a question.
I'm realizing it's not groceries. it's like you buy something from like a we bought
Yes.
like a pottery
100%.
thing, and
Oh,
you're
okay.
like,
No, that's common.
Yeah.
but like, and they sell it to you
Okay.
instead of like we don't have bags, we have totes.
It's
And
like
I'm
not a tote, it's
ice.
like a fabric. It's like a very thin fabric. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And there's no way this is better for the world. And they're telling you that it's like, oh, we're giving you this eco-friendly thing.
Well, the tote thing, what do you use a tote for, Rainie? Because I think that's a cool WGHB, you said?
Yeah. GHBH.
GHB is a drug.
Poppers?
Is GHB poppers? You ever do poppers?
I haven't,
Oh, I definitely have.
but I
Really?
yeah.
Wait, you did what? What?
Have I never talked about this?
Today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Oh, if I had an extra hour in the day, what would I do? Maybe I would just sleep some more. You know, we have a child and it's a lot of work to do every day, so 1 more hour of sleep I think would be really great. But I think it's also great to find that extra hour and use it for bettering yourself. Sometimes that's sleep, sometimes that's eating healthy, and sometimes that's therapy. We love therapy here on the Tripod. It's just a way to get that thing off your chest. You know, that's why therapy's really been great for me, and I think it's great for everybody. BetterHelp is therapy entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire and you'll get matched with a licensed therapist. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/tripod today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/tripod.
Oh, daylight savings, spring forward. We got that extra hour in the evening. It is so nice. But now, as a result, waking up in the morning kind of sucks, right? You wake up in the dark. So I always get screwed up this time of year. But this year is going to be easier because now I have a Hatch. Hatch can help you choose sleep, prioritize healthy habits, and make the time change transition seamless and enjoyable because the Hatch Restore helps you build sleep habits that make your unwind and wake routine simple and enjoyable for a phone-free bedtime no matter what time of year it is. And with a Hatch Plus subscription, you can access the latest routine-building features like Cue to Unwind, which signals you that it's time for bed, and Pillow Talk, which is just like your favorite shows or socials, but without the screens that keep you up. Right now, Hatch is offering our listeners $20 off your purchase of the Hatch Restore and free shipping at hatch.co/tripod. Visit hatch.co/tripod to get $20 off and free shipping. Hatch.co/tripod. Poppers are the butthole drug.
Yeah.
Oh, well, people say they're the butthole.
No, they don't say it. They are. It's a drug that you sniff. And
I'm like, honestly, I'm like, I can't believe I haven't talked about this before.
I can't either.
Do you want me to tell the people what poppers do
And
before?
here I'm giving the Tripod my exclusive about my poppers experience.
Sorry, are we not in first position for you?
Never. First of all, it's TikTok Live.
Give me your roses.
Give me your roses. Let's go to Galaxy. Here's my popper story. Well, obviously, everybody knows I ran with the musical theater kids in college.
Were poppers big then? I didn't know that. I thought they got invented like a year ago.
They're a disco drug. So, like, they were kind of around in the 80s. Don't do popper. I'm not advocating for people to do poppers. But okay, I was over 18. I was an adult making my own stupid decisions. And what we would do, you basically would, we'd all be at a party. Mm-hmm. Again, I ran with, and I think that it is typically, like the butthole drug is what they say. 'Cause it's muscle relaxant.
Please.
No, go for it.
I think it's important that we tell the world that what my connotation with poppers is.
Please, tell me your connotation with poppers.
You're saying it.
Yeah. It's a butthole drug. So basically it was a disco drug in the 80s to loosen your butthole. And often gay men would use it as like, what's the word? An aphrodisiac.
It loosens the sphincter.
Yeah, sure.
So that you can do the do. So you'll
That's
see.
just like what it was used for. Now
So you'll see, like, you know, in a disco or gay bar, someone holding a sign, be like, "Anyone got poppers?"
Yeah. So
and it's because you're trying to do the dirty.
There you go. So that's what it was typically used
Now, correct me
for.
if I'm wrong. You're not interested in your sphincter being
No, I don't need
loosened.
my sphincter to be loosened.
You don't need it.
That's not something I'm after.
Not your
typically.
goal.
What would happen was we sent someone to the sex store because
They sell it at the. Are poppers legal? I don't know what they even are.
So basically, you'd be at a college party, and you'd be like, "We all had a poppers." So we get in the car, and like someone was sober, so we get in the car because don't drive drunk.
Very nice, Miles. I was worried about that story until you gave that disclosure.
We get in the car.
You wearing this cowboy hat is making this so much better.
We go to the sex store where you can buy poppers in North Carolina.
Do you need an ID?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need an ID to get in the sex store.
Goes on your permanent record.
But basically, also, we'd arrive back to the party, and then you sniff the popper.
Love it.
Yeah.
I guess I would. I don't. I
You, by the way, we would have been friends in college. You would have done poppers. If we went to college at the same time. Because it was just like a fun, like, oh, whoa, we're like at a thing. And then the problem, it gives you a huge headache. It's just basically what it does is it flushes your body, like with blood. It flushes your face.
By
with
the way,
blood.
he said he pointed at me and said, we would have been friends in college. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever heard?
Okay, I would have felt bad for you.
He's
I think we would have.
He said I would
feel
have.
like theater and film don't often intertwine.
Except for when you're me.
Except when you're...
One foot in the theater department, one foot in the film department where I was hated. No, I didn't really have that many friends in the film department because they were kind of like dork-ass weird. No, I just like, I was also, by the way, when I say film, that's like my spin on it. It was the communications : media studies and production department. And then one foot in the dramatic arts department. And then I was a minor in writing for the screen and stage.
Okay.
Oh.
Double major minor,
A
baby.
lot of words to say useless degree.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of words to say that like I had a lot of fun in college.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, we would do poppers.
Okay, so far we have poppers and
So we're going to have to
sneezing.
maybe go 10 minutes over just in case.
Make that so Rainie in the edit's gonna make that story sound fine.
It does sound fine.
But it was just but basically it gives you a huge headache at the end because it's like it just makes you feel flushed.
Did you look up if they're legal? Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, it says that they're technically
Unless
legal to
you're
possess,
in a club
but
and
not
you need to get your thing going down.
This is the funniest. Zach trying to be an ally. And also not promote drugs to kids. There's a meme there. Zach looking, it's the guy looking at the two girls. Zach trying to be an ally. Zach trying not to promote drugs to kids.
Don't do drugs unless it's part of your identity and expression.
All right, we got to do a hard left off of this topic.
Oh my God. Anyway, guys, what's up? What's good? Rainie, you got a segment.
I got some seggies.
Go ahead, Rainie. Achoo! Sorry. Sorry.
So I have a segment called I Looked at Your Guys' Spotify.
No.
Oh, fuck.
I thought I privated all that shit.
Oh,
No.
Now, I will say Zach did. So we might have to do his live.
okay.
Wait, you looked at mine's not private? I've been listening to exclusively porn audios. No, I'm just kidding. But most of it, I'm so curious. I thought it was-
Hour-long sneeze compilation.
I'm shocked.
So the problem with this segment is actually I was listening to your Spotify on the way to and fro Zach's house for last week.
Awesome.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm upset that mine's... I would love you to listen to my Spotify.
Well, we can do it now. We can go through the list.
Great.
Miles, your music isn't that bad.
I would say actually that my music is, I have iconic music taste amongst the community.
I'm nearly certain that your music taste, much like mine, is trapped in amber. I'm going to go ahead and say that whatever you were listening to in 2013.
No, actually.
No, it's not.
It's not. And bumping Eminem's old record. I wasn't listening to Eminem in 2014. But no, what was
I guess 2014 was a little late for him. I was like, are we
Yeah, I was
hating
in
on
college.
Eminem?
I wasn't listening to Eminem.
Okay.
But fucking high school, middle school, absolutely bumping M. But Rainie, what were your findings?
So
Professor Rainie, what were your findings?
so you have I mean I have so many questions actually. You have one playlist called Pump.
Fuck. Are my playlist? I'm so embarrassed.
Now,
Yeah, okay. Oh my God, my fucking playlists are public.
And I...
Privating this the second. Remind me before this episode comes out that I privated everything.
Rainey, I need to know, name one song on Pump, because Pump could be two very different playlists.
I can't tell which it is.
It's not a sex playlist.
I wasn't even thinking
Every
that
time
much.
I pump. Hey Siri, play Pump. Oh my God.
And so it kind of runs the gamut between these really like cool, but like a little bit like not aggressive, but like duh 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 sort of songs, and also "Wiggle" by Jason Derulo.
Of course, "Wiggle" by Jason Momoa. Jason Derulo.
Is that song on multiple times?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
It's every fourth song.
Well, yeah, Pump is, I would say, a bunch of bangers. Honestly, now I want to pull up Pump.
Miles he goes skip, skip, skip. Oh, here we go.
Well, I think that, let me pull up Pump so I can, because I want to provide a little
I'll
context
also,
here.
since it's public, I'll also pull up
So,
Pump.
I mean, another question I have is on Pump.
On Pump. Okay, so Pump also is Crazy by 4 Minute, which is a song
my jam.
I learned from Zach.
Oh.
Her by Megan Thee Stallion. Eagles Will Ruin My Life by Corpse, which is kind of like, okay, I'm awesome.
That one was cool.
It's a good one.
I
like
honestly,
that.
I was listening. I was like, these are good songs. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I was a big Corpse
There's no
fan.
way this is you, Miles Bond. You have a playlist called 23? No.
No. I'm private from just Zach. Mo Bounce by Iggy Azalea.
Yeah. And,
IGGY.
So I'm so humble.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Your profile picture.
I got to change. Okay, I'm
you
changing all
little
this shit.
baby dork.
I'm
This
changing
is
How
you.
old were you in that photo?
This is
I was probably-
adorable.
I don't think that that's like I'm 21 or
Okay.
22. I'm probably 22, but I look like a baby because I don't have a beard.
Pump has 2 saves, by the way.
Pump has two people have saved the. Oh my god! Whoa, 3 saves on Pump. I would say Pump is a good playlist, but not my best.
This is you working out.
No, Pump is just sort of when I want to get pumped up.
Now, tell me, Miles, about when you're in that, quote, euphoria feeling.
Okay. Yeah, so like this is so embarrassing because these are like things I made so that I would remember like what I wanted to listen to. The idea that I named this euphoria feeling and I'm listening to the Euphoria soundtrack is like I'm devastated that this is public information. And there's been so many things that are cut from this episode, this can't be. So I'm like, holy shit.
What if I told you that your story about doing poppers was not the worst thing?
Was not the most embarrassing thing that I told on this episode. The fact that I have, oh
Oh,
man.
this fucking rips.
Euphoria Feeling is just, my favorite songs from the Euphoria soundtrack. And then Cult Leader by King Mala, which is a sick song.
So that was made, I'm guessing, to kind of put you back in that
Euphoria Feeling.
So my favorite playlist on here is Good Good Ladies.
And that's where I am as well. And
every
Cameron,
other song
3?
is Lord and Maggie Rogers. No, it's 2 songs Lord, 1 song Maggie Rogers, and then you go down a little bit. Kesha.
But it literally goes Lord Maggie, Lord Maggie, Lord Maggie, Lord Maggie, Lord Maggie, Lord, Kesha.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
Fergie.
MILF by Fergie.
Also, Do My Thing by Miley. Love that.
Yeah, it's all my good ladies.
Yeah.
It's the Lady Boppers. And I think I made that playlist like when I first moved to LA, and I want to say Lord's album had just come out. And I was like, this rips. I have to make a playlist called Good Ladies.
Now, what if I told you that Miles doesn't just have his own playlists? He has a playlist saved. Josh Radnor's Song of the Day.
Okay, so this is actually, I'm going to put you guys on some shit. So Josh Radnor, twee icon from How I Met Your Mother, like some years ago, I don't even know when the fuck this was, he made a playlist every day for a year. He did a Song of the Day. And they're all kind of like, it's like folksy, indie, kind of alternative stuff. And he was just like every day he would pick a song or put it on the playlist. So there's like a ton of songs on there that are really, really great. And I fucking listen to it all the time. When
Do you listen to that more or less than
Wow.
Sunday Brekkie?
Okay, Sunday Brekkie though. Sunday Brekkie is also a bop.
A lot of Hosier.
But I gotta say that a Sunday Brekkie I feel like might even be a stolen playlist from somewhere else that I repurposed.
Oh, and now I'm looking at one that's Party, 0 minutes, no songs.
I can't even see that. Oh, there we go. Party. Yeah. This
Miscellaneous good, also no songs.
This is where I was gonna throw a party, and then I decided not to.
Yeah, for the Pump, are you playing it in front of other people? Or is it
None
just
of
for
these
you?
are meant for anyone else, except for Smooth Living Room, which is a playlist that I play every morning.
Aw,
Which is
rainy
just jazz.
time,
It's just
jazz or
jazz.
rain.
It's just rainy day jazz, and I just
Cute.
play that every morning. It's sort of that's the problem with Spotify is I have a bunch of playlists. Like I also listen to smooth classical calming music or something. Just have something on.
Yep.
But all of my daily mixes are now classical music, which I think is totally dumb. Like, I wish I could filter,
yeah.
because I don't want Spotify to, like, it's like when Spotify puts white noise in your top listen. It's like, I
it's
want
like
to.
rain sounds. It's like, no.
I want to disregard
not-
this. Like,
Yeah.
I just put jazz on to have jazz on.
Right. They should have 3 categories. 1, like background.
Yeah.
2, podcast. 3,
Exactly.
bangers.
Bangers only. Exactly.
I don't think mine is private.
I couldn't find you.
Well, I have
Did you
Corn
search
Diddy
Corn
Jams.
Diddy?
Corn Diddy Jams from 2020 is on mine. I saved it from Zach Feldkorn.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Corn Diddy.
Dak Feldkorn is the Facebook name that I used back when I was using Facebook because I was getting all these friend requests from BuzzFeed fans, so I changed my name so they couldn't find me. And now it's out there.
That's Liddy.
So go ahead and send me a friend request if you want. I don't check Facebook. I'll never accept it. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm never going to accept your friend request.
Yeah, I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, I have a lot of playlists. I am a big playlist person, but a lot of them are variations of each other.
15-minute sprint. Tell me about that one.
Oh, that was those were a lot of my wedding playlists. So I was making different variations of my wedding playlist, and if I recall correctly, the 15-minute sprint was a 15-minute dance sprint. So I made playlists not just for my wedding, but like the time that they should slot in depending on the flow of the party.
Oh.
What?
That's just very impressive. I would never think to do that.
I mean, because it was like, for instance, like the We're Breaking Free Troy and Gabriella club remix. I don't want to start the party with that. I want that in the final hour when everyone's lit off their ass. Now, did the DJ follow my directions? No, he played that really early. I was upset, but then I shook it off and we danced our ass off.
I was upset. It ruined the whole wedding for me. I pouted in the bathroom.
I'm not coming out. A lot of these are, I mean, I've told you about like the music league that I was in. So some of them are like themed to like trying to find, like, there's a transportation one. I was trying to find songs about transportation, right? It's not a playlist that I actually listen to.
Did you know that, and this is something I found out recently, that there are sites that you can basically buy a one-time use license for YouTube of popular songs?
I did see that.
And I thought that was kind of interesting.
I'm interested.
Because I'm like, you can make a YouTube video, basically, and put Justin Bieber's Yummy. And it costs, I believe, like $85 or something.
And that's Miles' first choice of song.
Yeah, it would be Yummy. every YouTube video I make has to start with Yummy. But I was like, that's kind of funny, like an interesting idea. Because if you had a song, you were just like, I fucking love this song, and I want to put it in my YouTube video, you could still monetize the video if you buy the license, which is kind of interesting.
Okay, one more question before we switch to the next. What's the Maggie playlist?
I'm guessing that was a playlist for a birthday party of hers. What's on it? Tell me.
Party in the USA.
Of course.
Classic.
Shake It.
Check it
After
out.
Gold.
If I'm remembering correctly, that was during the pandemic, and it was like, a year into the pandemic, so we were like in that place of like, okay, are we seeing people? Are we not?
Yeah.
And we had an 8-person birthday party at Keith and Becky's house where we like, all tested, and then it was Keith, Becky. Honestly, it may have been like 5 or 6 people. It was like us,
the crew,
Matt and Eugene.
People you were already shooting with anyway.
And then we danced. I like brought a bunch of lasers. I made a party playlist and we danced. But with all songs that I knew were like, I wanted to be that every song she goes, this is the best song ever.
Yeah, these songs are really cute. I thought it was a playlist for her that you made for her.
It's sort of.
Kind of.
I have a friend that makes his girlfriend or makes his wife a playlist every single month.
Whoa.
That is too much.
No, it's fucking.
That's so cute.
What's great is I then listen to these because he has great taste.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, that fucking.
There's
great.
no way that every month these are songs for you. This is just like, these are just great songs.
Well, it is for her.
Yeah.
And everyone is like her name and then the month. And
That's so adorable. And I'm
really
By the way,
jealous.
how are you guys finding music? Because my music is, speaking of Stuck in Amber, it's the same.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that my music discovery used to be a lot better, and I think the Spotify algorithm is really good at giving you what you already listen to.
Yeah.
So I'm actually
agree.
very frustrated with it, and I don't have a good time finding new music. And then like every now and then, something I stumble into something I found in the rabbit hole, and I'm just like so excited.
I'm all TikTok. I would say that I get served cool musicians on TikTok, and then I follow their Spotify. And then I listen to, but I get stuck in people. Like for a while, I was only listening to Phoebe Bridgers, And then I was like, for a while, and then I was in a Boy Genius phase. So I'm like, all right, I'm only listening to Boy Genius. And every time I get my car, that's what I'm putting on. That's what I want to hear. And then now I'm listening to Tessa Violet.
Yes, that was another person I was going to ask you about.
Yeah,
I
love
Tessa Violet.
Tessa Violet's really cool, and I want her to be her friend. And also, she does like insane music. She has a song "Crush" that has like 100 million streams on Spotify. It's really popular. You've probably heard it, but
I love that song.
It's amazing.
I
And
like
now,
Bad Ideas too.
Bad Ideas is really good. And then her new album came out recently, and she has a song called "Bad." It's Bad Bitch, and it's great. She's a really great pop star. Devin again is another person I just got served on TikTok. What's cool about TikTok though is I feel like I'm being served artists that are not famous or popular or doing this full time, but they're really good. So like a couple of these artists I follow, they'll have like 40,000 monthly streams or something like that. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool, whatever. Spotify pays you nothing. It fucking pays you nothing
pennies on
for
it,
music. And it's crazy because there's all these artists that have a listenership, but it's not necessarily, it's crazy.
So are we gonna get to see some of your playlists?
I mean, you guys are welcome to. It is really embarrassing. I feel like
Rainie, are you kidding me?
we maybe have even already made these jokes about like
Is it just Rainie
Why don't
Toll?
you pass it over to Miles?
yeah.
Okay, obviously, All by Rainie Toll.
Those are all the songs that I like.
That's incredible.
Because I used to have
Can
my
you send
iTunes
me
be
the link?
like it was my whole family and it was Rainie's playlist, and so now it's All.
Okay, Rainie, some of these are like, I don't, like they're so,
I'm
they're so
sorry, I'm
embarrassing,
sorry.
I don't know if I want to say them.
You have a
I know
playlist.
you were so embarrassed. I was like, this is not bad.
You have
I mean-
a playlist that's just every song you like.
Rainie, this is a different side of Rainie I feel like I don't see very much.
And now
Heart,
if you're-
question mark, capital B, Broken is what playlist. And what's on it? Al Green and Adele. Of course, the Mary Signs of the Times by Harry Styles. I'm With You by Avril Lavigne. I mean, Rainie, when are you listening to this playlist?
That was
Broken.
that was a while ago when my heart was broken. Years ago.
Heart broken.
All right.
Now, I'm sure that you guys at home are probably wondering, in Rainie's All playlist, this is every song she likes, does her heart have room for, I don't know, Accidentally in Love from the Shrek 2 soundtrack? And the answer is absolutely yes.
That is awesome,
In fact,
Rainie.
that's the fourth song.
Well, they're alphabetical.
Oh, okay.
I'm loving also, please. Rainie,
Please.
come on.
That one I
This is-
did as I was
Rainie,
driving
this is-
over. I was like, should I delete that one really?
Rainie.
It is.
Please, lowercase PLS, please let me fall in love again.
She had to.
remember making
Yes,
that.
this is
There's
custom.
only 4 songs in this playlist.
There are 4 songs. It's Do You Remember by Jack Johnson,
Oh, okay, yeah.
LOVE by Nat King Cole, Butterflies by Thomas Heaton, and For Once in My Life by Stevie Wonder.
Really good
That's
selection.
the only 4 that you need.
The only 4 you need to fall in love again. I mean, this is really vulnerable, Rainie.
Songs I always forget about, description, but I'm delighted to remember. Song number 1, What a Man by Salt and Peppa.
Great song that I did forget about.
You also have a good lowercase vibe thing going on.
Yeah.
Like the wind. All lowercase.
Oh, yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Some of the songs, I mean, you got The Head and the Heart. I love The Head and the Heart. Hey
That-
Stephen
yeah.
by Taylor Swift.
That was when I ran the Boston Marathon, and I was like, I just need the best songs ever.
The Way I Am by Ingrid Michaelson.
Of course.
Yeah,
and
that's
it gets hyper and hyper, or like more and more hype.
That's a fucking banger song. The Way I Am by Ingrid Michaelson. Ingrid Michaelson in general. Catch me at the Ingrid Michaelson concert when I was a junior in high school.
Oh my gosh.
Just sort of being like,
I wish. She's so.
I needed you had all blue and gold.
I feel bad that I didn't have more vulnerable playlists, because all mine are like either basically every single one is cool things to listen to on drugs. It's just all of my playlists are different variations.
Wow,
of that.
that's cool, I guess. And me and Rainie wear our hearts on our sleeve.
Rainie's crying.
Heart broken. I want a T-shirt that says that. Heart question mark broken.
Broken. All right. Well,
Wow.
next segment.
How could we?
How long have we been going?
how
I'm
could we-
sweaty. I'm so sweaty.
How could we have possibly any more room in this episode? We've gone everywhere.
Okay, so this is a question that my sister told me about that she's been asking everybody.
Yeah.
Let's go around and say our first impressions of each other.
I don't remember meeting almost anybody.
You don't remember what you thought of me?
But I do. My first impression of Miles was not of him as a person, but of him as a creator, because Keith brought him up, and so I'm like, all right, let me take a look at this fucking guy. And I went into his little video profile, and I've told you this before, my impression was, this guy knows how to time a Zoom.
Let's go.
That's a huge compliment.
That's a huge compliment.
And it's comedic timing. I could see that he had a sense for rhythm, and that's something that you can't teach.
That's right.
Wow.
That's exactly what I think about every time I listen to Pump.
Caitlin, do you have one for Zach?
You know this story already.
We met at a coffee shop.
Yeah, I was so scared because it was for my interview. It was my last interview, and we went to a coffee shop. And I was like, I got there a little early, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in, order my drink, find a table for us, right? I'll be prepared. I go in, I'm in line, I ordered. I panic ordered, so I was waiting in line to pick up my drink. Zach just comes up behind me. I don't even know, because I was like, I guess like you saw my Instagram or something. I was like, I don't know. I was like, how does he even know that this was me? So I turned around because he's just like, hey, da da da. And I was like, hi. And then he was like, oh, did you order? Like, what are you waiting? And I was like, yeah. He goes, what did you order? And then I was like, oh, I got an iced chai latte. And he goes, did you get oat milk? And I said, I panicked because I didn't get oat milk and I usually would, but when I ordered, I panicked and I was just like, regular milk is fine. And so I said to you, I was like, no, but I usually do. I just panic ordered and I got whole milk, and you went, and I was like,
Oh my God, you fucking dick.
and I was like, okay, so I will not be getting this job because I got home.
You thought that I was judging you for getting the wrong milk?
No, Zach, you literally went, because you were like, oh, did you get oat milk? Like, you said it so seriously, and I was just like, and I rambled. I was like, oh, no, but, and you literally just went, like, you didn't even really, and then you were just like, literally, and then you were just like, well, we're sitting over there, and I was like, okay.
That's so deeply weird to me.
Funny.
What could I even? I must have been like trying to be like, that's my order? Because that's what I would have gotten. That sounds good. A little treat for me.
That's so funny. I'm trying to think of my first impression of Rainie was like, I was like, whoa, she worked at a radio station.
By the way, no one listening has recovered from how deeply weird that was of me.
Yeah, by the way, it was totally weird.
They're just like, maybe not.
He's actually sort of going around town being
asking if people.
oat milk.
I go to different tables and I go, did you get the sashimi? No.
So weird.
Sorry, is that cheese on your burger?
Oh, that's weird. That's so funny. That's
fucking weird.
But my first impression of Rainie, I remember actually, because we interviewed a couple people and everyone was great. But I remember after interviewing you just being like, that's the person we're going to hire.
Oh my God.
Because I was just like, oh yeah, perfect. Obvious fit, like fun to chat with. It was easy. You worked at a radio station. So I was just like, yeah, that's great.
Wow.
You gave off but although you were this happens with every employee at every single job, you start and you're sort of like the buttoned up version of yourself. And then now you're like, Rainie's sort of capital R.
Capital R-A-I-N-I-E.
Capital R-A-I-N-E. But I think that happened to me too, though. Like when I first started, I was like a little bit like, okay, yeah, like let me just, cool, guys.
Like, wear real clothes.
All right, cool. Oh, just the camera put in the right place. And then, then you become the silly version of yourself.
I know, it's kind of exhausting to do that first stint of like,
it really is.
How are you today?
Yeah. How are you today? I'm fine. I saw the new Marvel film. And then you sort of, you come out of your shell and you have fun.
Yeah. I remember when I met you in real life, I mean, you get this all the time. It was I was like, oh my God, so tall.
I know, big tall.
Big tall.
I remember, that always happens, by the way. I saw a friend I hadn't seen since college, and she was like, and we were really good friends in college.
Yeah.
And I saw her on the street in LA, and I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, oh, whoa, really tall.
You know me.
I was like, we're friends for years in college.
It is striking, though. It's like, oh, this is a different size person.
I know.
Big boy. A good financial app is important, especially at the start of the year when you have these new goals to focus on. Maybe you're saving up for a vacation. Maybe you got to do some repairs on the house. New year, new money goals. You need a new financial app that's got your back. It is time to break up with overdraft fees because every penny counts towards that big financial goal this year. With a Chime online checking account, you can enjoy lots of perks like fee-free overdrafts up to $200 for eligible members. You can even get paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit. The Chime checking account can handle all the heavy lifting while you get a handle on achieving your goal for this year. No overdraft fees, no impact on your credit score to apply. Overdraft up to $200 without fees with SpotMe when you set up a qualifying direct deposit. Signing up for Chime takes minutes, so join the millions of other Chime members and sign up today. Get started at chime.com/tryguys. That's chime.com/tryguys. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. Early access to direct deposit funds depend on payer. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply.
Okay, I have another story.
All right, please.
I've been getting into Legos.
Dude,
Really, Rainie.
fucking stoked for where this is going.
Very excited about this.
I am loving playing with Legos.
You're a Lego maniac.
I'm a Lego maniac.
Where did this come from?
Okay, so my mom, over Christmas, my mom bought like a few crafts, including Legos. And so,
crafts, sure. Yeah, okay, why not?
What are you talking about?
I asked and I answered and we're moving on. I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to confirm
All
it.
right.
it's built, yeah. And so my older sister's boyfriend is really into Legos. So he starts, or not like really into them, but like he was like, oh,
A
great,
normal
Legos.
amount into
A
them.
normal amount into them. So he opens it, he starts doing it, I start doing it. I'm like, I'm obsessed with this.
What was it?
That one was the succulent one. Kind of challenging.
You made a succulent out of Legos?
Yeah. So then I was like, I must get some more Legos. Forgot about it. Went to LA, completely forgot about it. But then, okay, this is a lot of my mom just buying me Legos.
Okay, mommy bought Rainie some Legos.
Because then she gave me a Valentine's Day package with a little dog, a Lego dog. And then I finished that in one night and I immediately went to the Lego store in Glendale.
I just want to stop you right there. You're like, I finished it in one night. How complicated could a Lego dog possibly have been that it
was
took
tiny.
more than one night?
It was like this big.
3 pieces.
I finished it in the course of a single night, 7 hours. And I'm done. It's like 10 pieces.
But the question that I want to ask is, so then I bought the London set. Very cool. But okay, at the beginning I was like, they forgot a piece. I can't believe they forgot a piece. Then I found the piece. And I was like, what a nice life lesson. Like, calm down. Like, just wait a second. It might show
Trust
up.
the process.
Now that I'm 2/3 of the way through, they really didn't include all the pieces, I swear.
Wait. You got to do it in one sitting. If you separate this over time, you're bound to lose stuff.
Well, it's just on my table.
Did you put, big mistake, huge, Rainie. You're supposed to put it in a bucket.
Well, don't they? No, they like piece out the pieces in like.
Yeah, but that's for losers. You put everything in a big bucket, and then you sort of parse through. Basically, you just want to make sure that if it's on the table, it's going to be on the floor. It's on the floor, it's going to be in the dog's or cat's mouth. You don't have a dog or cat? Well, think again.
That's why I'm like, where is it? I've searched high and low. They
Like
completely
Lego?
disappeared.
Lego
Yeah.
makes no mistakes.
Really?
You think they would be a $1
believe
billion
that.
company if they were forgetting pieces in the London set? No way.
Yeah, because it is so disappointing. Now, like some of my little London eye is all broken.
Are you sure it's
Oh my
Are you
gosh.
sure it's together? Like
Well,
it's together,
there's
right?
there is a good chance it's not.
The kid that lives upstairs from me and Sarah, he is really into Legos. He's always showing me and Sarah all sorts of little
That's
Lego
gonna be
things.
me. I'm gonna
And
bring
it's
in my
so
Legos
funny.
to the office.
He's like, check this out! It's a fucking spaceship! And it's awesome. I love it.
I don't know if I ever told you this, but so I was a big Lego kid, obviously, and I made a prototype out of Legos for a wind turbine car. We all made cool cars. It was a
Whoa.
car with a fan on the back of it, and I was convinced this was going to change the world. It was going to solve global warming. I asked my parents to put it in an envelope and mail it to Mr. President Bill Clinton.
So funny. Did Bill respond?
He did. No, of course not.
Thank you for your service.
I'm sure Secret Service incinerated it.
Yeah. Burned
That's
it
so
immediately.
sweet, little Zach. Being like,
I was like,
the president needs this.
The president needs to see this. I, a 6-year-old child, have solved global warming.
Oh, yeah.
So cute.
I love Legos. There's something so satisfying about the building. And I had a little bit of a mental shift where I hate putting together furniture. And then I'm like, wait a second. A Lego for adults.
Oh.
Oh, I see. I see where I was really confused. I was like, "Are you making furniture out of Legos?" But
Miles yawned. Rainie. Sorry. You know, if you think about building your furniture as like, oh, step by step, I'm doing Legos.
It doesn't quite hit the same.
Doesn't hit the same, but I'm
Legos
trying to
are
make it
so
hit the same.
satisfying.
They really are nice to put together.
Have you guys? So I'm only doing sets exclusively, but I know you can just kind of raw dock and just have a bunch of pieces and build whatever you want.
So I'm using, I don't know if they're Duplo, because I think Duplo is actually a different company, but Lego makes big Lego.
Big Lego.
And maybe that is Duplo. But for kids, for like toddlers.
Yeah.
So me and Julian are playing with Legos all the time. And when I say me and Julian are playing with them, I mean I'm building really awesome Lego stuff.
Yeah.
And then he is taking it apart.
Slobbering
He plays
all
Godzilla.
over it.
I build like a little city and he comes and he takes it all apart and it's awesome. But they're really fun. I like it satisfies and scratches my brain.
there's I mean, it's a very different mode. You typically buy the set.
Yeah.
And then eventually one piece of it breaks or falls off and you go, well, I can never rebuild that. You smash it down, you put it into the bucket.
And then the bucket is from where imagination happens.
That's where imagination happens. That's the free play zone.
And then there's a few extra pieces in case you buy a set and they didn't include all the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's where maybe you stumble upon the solve for global warming.
Right.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I was recently asked to give someone a bio. I'm doing like this arthritis walk thing, and are you nodding? Do you know where this is going? No, okay, thank God. and I was looking at my bio, and it like bios are stupid. You like have to list all your accolades and brag about yourself. So like I wanted to make it cheeky, make it a little funny, a little self-deprecate in it. And so I like list off, it's like Zach Kornfeld is creator of Try Guys. He does this, 8 million subscribers, a New York Times bestseller, and frequently memed.
I
like that.
Do we like it or is it?
Oh, or you're pitching it to us. I thought it was done.
No, it's done. And I feared, I looked at it and I went, Chugi?
I don't think it's self-deprecating. I think it's sort of like
and frequently
people meme me.
Imagine if, here's the thing. Imagine if Quinta said that. She wouldn't.
Scolding burn.
You got me there.
Hey, Zach, I want to let you know, it's all love.
Speaking of my bio, I think I'm going to change my Instagram bio to... Sorry, I forgot for a second.
Sorry, Rainie blacked out.
She's going to change her Instagram bio to heartbroken.
By the way, the profile picture for that, I don't know if you saw, was a ton of messages in white and then like one line of blue and then a bunch more of white.
Oh, brutal.
What's your new bio?
Okay. Valedictorian of my high school, parentheses, self-appointed.
Pretty funny. That's really funny, actually. Good.
Okay, approved.
No at Try Guys in there?
At Try Guys. But yeah, and I mean,
Give us
that's
that plug. You got to give us the Rainie bump.
Yeah,
there
podcast
you
picks
go.
at Try Guys.
I like the joke of high school, but I think it's time to. I think you're
on?
tethering yourself to a past identity.
Well, mine is host a perfect person, funny tall guy number 2 for Try Guys, coffee shop enjoyer.
That's good. When did you come up with that?
What do you mean?
Like, do you remember?
I would say it was podcast producer
Do I have a bio?
at Try Guys. Whoa, flex.
No bio.
No, I don't even have a bio.
No, Maggie, I think has made me change it
It
multiple
says
times.
video dude.
Zach, I think you should maybe
Huge
change
city buddy.
I
Video dude.
at one point. What the fuck should it say?
It should say I run shit.
You think that's better?
Yeah. I
run shit.
run shit at Try Guys. There you go. I run shit at Try Guys.
What about
Don't at me.
What about that guy from the Try Guys, parentheses, no, not that one.
No, move on, man.
What about I run shit? Okay, so I'm changing it to I run shit.
At Try Guys. I run shit at Try Guys.
That feels
Come
so
on, man. Fucking. Oh, I run shit at Try Guys. Like, I'm a fucking.
All right, great.
You know? Oh, it doesn't have to be like little weasel dork Zach Kornfeld anymore. You know, you're an entrepreneur,
That's
man.
right.
Yeah, take
Hell
back
yeah.
your power.
Hell yeah.
I run shit.
I run
And then
shit.
a middle finger emoji.
Done. All right, I'm adding it. Is there a middle finger emoji?
No, there's not. I think
Did I
that.
do the raka?
Wait, is there one? I didn't know that you could use it.
I don't think we want the middle finger. I think
I run shit.
I run shit. Fuck you.
Well,
DM
Rainie,
me.
we have to be done, right?
I'm gonna piss
The
myself.
advice will be like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll milk the advice.
Just knowing that Rainie's going to cut 40 minutes of this episode. Okay, here we go.
No, not 40.
All right, 20.
I'm like,
Is it bad to have done poppers?
do you need advice? Because I know a guy. He was wearing a cowboy hat, but now he's not. His name is Miles, and here he goes.
It's advice that'll go for miles. Tune it to your radio station. It's advice that'll go for miles. Everyone get ready, Miles Nation. Miles Nation, go. It's advice that'll go for miles. Advice that'll go for miles.
What's up, Miles Nation? How y'all doing tonight?
Woo, 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 woo.
Are you guys so excited for 2024?
Actually, yeah, I am.
That's right, Rainie.
Yeah.
We have so many goals. We have so many ideas. We have so many things to do.
We run shit.
We run shit at here. But have you ever wanted to be like, actually, I want to be off the grid.
Yes.
Actually, I want my
always.
ideas.
I run away from shit.
I want away from my problems. I want away from my problems. Have you ever wanted your ideas to be put on paper?
Huh.
Introducing journaling.
I love this.
Journaling is back.
Yeah, baby.
And it's better than ever.
How you journaling?
I have a little tiny notebook
Love
that's
it.
in my backpack, very small, field pocket and reporter.
Can you fit it in your pocket?
I could if I wanted to,
Ooh.
but I wouldn't even dare try. I don't like to have things in my pockets. But I do have a little notebook, and I do have a little pen, and I do have little notes that I take sometimes, and I'm like, do this. Me. And I find that it actually, if I write a note in my phone, it's in the abyss.
Oh, not me. I'm scrolling right on through my notes app. My notes app, one of my most commonly used apps.
I do too, but then sometimes I feel like I write it down, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, there it is. It does get underneath a bunch of grocery
It's a
lists.
huge idea that I'm never going to forget. And then I'm scrolling back, and I'm like, didn't do anything with this. But if I write it on a little piece of paper, then it's written down in the world. So if the internet goes down and all our phones black out and Y2K happens, a record will be.
I've tried digital
Y2K?
task keeping, and it just
You don't know about Y2K?
you don't know Y2K? There was like a whole.
Okay, so
I don't think I really know
Okay,
either.
so this is actually kind of interesting. I remember it very
It was
clearly.
a huge deal.
I was in my friend's basement. They were having a New Year's Eve party. My parents were upstairs. All the kids are in the basement. And basically what they thought might happen was they had designed computers at the end of the 90s. And there was a fringe theory that the way that they had written the computer coding language was such that people were worried that once it actually became
from
2000,
because it was only two numbers. So from 99 to 00.
people were worried that all the computers would fail and planes would drop out of the sky and
The world banking system would collapse.
Oh my gosh.
because they were just like, we have not prepared our computer language to be ready for this 00.
This was news for months leading up to the year 2000.
That's exciting.
Yes, but
yeah, but not
more
an
like
ancient prophecy, more failing of technology.
more like practical. Like we built this technology at a time when this made sense, and now it's like it doesn't make sense
So
anymore.
planes, I'm assuming they were like, let's just be safe and like not have planes.
I
Hopefully.
actually don't know if any planes flew on Y2K. I would imagine they probably didn't.
I certainly
Why is it called
did.
Y2K?
Because the year 2000.
Oh.
So Y2K. But I think I could be wrong about that though. But yeah, basically, I remember being in my friend's basement and we were down there and he was on the computer right as it turned midnight. And he was like, all right, seems like it's still working. And they like went online and stuff. It was crazy.
Wait, how old were you when it turned 2000?
Really young. I was 7.
Yeah.
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 But I remember.
But you remember it.
I
It's
have
one
a
of your
memory
earliest
of
memories.
being in the basement when all the older kids were there, and I was like a younger kid, and the older kids were on the computer, like they were probably in middle school. You know, when I was
That's
7.
So
But yeah.
digital, I've tried all sorts of digital task keeping, and it's not real. If you're not writing it down, it's not a to-do list. I don't know. I've tried. It doesn't stick.
I agree with that because it commits it to memory.
Yeah.
But I will say I've read this quote once a while ago that was like the difference between a good writer and a bad writer is just the ability to carry a notepad and write stuff down when you have an idea.
Hell yeah.
I like that. Well, also, Sarah actually, speaking of, this is sort of reversing, I guess, my advice, but Sarah bought this thing recently that is totally silly and frivolous purchase, but basically she was like, because we have a baby, we're like, we want our calendars to be synced up. And it was this thing, and I think it was like $100. But basically, all it is it's a tablet, but all it does is show calendar. So it shows both of our calendars synced into one. And it doesn't do anything else. It can't go online. It can't do anything. I guess it goes online because it connects your calendar. But then it's on in our kitchen. So in the morning when you go in, you can look at both of our calendars together and be like, okay, does this, because she was like, it gets lost in the phone. I want to see it in a place.
Yeah.
And then it shows both of our calendars. So we're like, if I have an appointment or something, and because we have Julian. So it's kind of, it's like putting the digital physical.
I was over at Reineker's house. This is months and months ago, but he has his kitchen. It's just a chalkboard wall, and so every month they redo a chalkboard calendar.
Oh wow!
On the wall, and like for me, I'm such a person that if I lack object permanence, if I don't see something, it disappears. It's gone. And so for him, I was like looking at this month, and I was like, oh, you have this concert on this weekend to look forward to, and like this thing, this doctor appointment, and like seeing a big calendar, it made me, all my calendars are digital. I crave.
No, that's cool.
I'm jealous of this thing. I want to see my calendars.
It's nice because it does make me feel like, oh, okay, I have like this thing going on, or like whatever. Like it's cool to see it all laid out in front of you.
I want my school bulletin board.
Yeah.
Like I go in to my kitchen in the morning, and there's the bulletin board of our calendar and what's happening today and what's happening this week.
By the way, how have you not made an Apple Vision Pro video?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, everyone's doing it. It's so funny scrolling through YouTube now. It's just the same thumbnail over and over and over again.
I don't think I've seen TikToks of them. I don't think they're that funny.
Well, I just think you could do an interesting twist on another video format with the thing. Like someone was like, I did Apple Vision Pro about driving or whatever. But like there's some people that are using it for funny, stupid.
Oh, you know what it was? It was just, this TikTok that I saw was just somebody at a cafe cash register and then had the vision on, and then it was like the menu, and I was like, but I'm sure the menu was like right there.
Oh, that's stupid. No, people are using them for dumb things that they shouldn't be used for, but
like,
it's funny.
try Lay's underwear in Apple Vision Pro.
Writes itself.
Yeah.
I don't think of any last thoughts?
Yeah, don't do poppers, guys.
Unless it's part of your identity.
Unless you have a sneeze kink.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
have a good ass week.
Bye.
have a good ass week.